Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hira Daria. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. Ria, firstly, let's start with regards to where the dollar is concerned. It continues to gain on the bullish leg. Is this something which you're expecting to continue?
Yes, I think if you look at the U.S. Money market, I think there is an inflation, the rising inflation situation that is there that the government has to tackle with. Plus, if you look at the whole money market, I think it is flooded with the dollar, with cheap dollar and the cost of investing into the dollar has also come down, and this is the reason why we saw such uh, uh, such a drastic change in the US yields again overnight. So this is indicating that there has been a withdrawal from the from the government bonds and such, which are a safer bet that people turn to during such crises, and people are willing to take risk and invest in a riskier asset and industry. So maybe this is the situation that the whole the market is taking on. Plus, I think there is a greater spectacular, there's a greater anticipation that the the US economy will perform better. The numbers will start coming better in the coming quarters. So these two factors are literally playing into the dollar's index strength right now, and this is what we are seeing in the overnight US Treasury yields as well. So there is a lot of money that is outflowing from these bonds and are, I think, directed into the industry, into the riskier assets, into the dollar as well, taking into consideration that the risk the riskier assets are now have become attractive uh, as compared to the bond yields that the government is providing with. So I think dollar index will enjoy this momentarily bullish leg at least in another 3 to 4 sessions.
Right. So, yeah, that's with regards to where the dollar goes. Now, in turn, if you see the rupee, we are seeing a volatile session on that front. What's the reason for that, and how do you see the trend moving?
The overnight, US deals play a very crucial role in whatever the volatility we see in the opening. And I think in looking at the perspective, it's quite worrisome also, because the kind of impact uh, these yields, the US yields and dollar index, and such uh, uh, factors have on the rupee and the domestic currency stability altogether. So obviously, central bank should come out with some measures so as to such kind of volatility and currency instability could be avoided, and the rate could be kept floating. And plus, if you look at the other aspect of the India's numbers, that the numbers that have come in, the imports have improved. There has been a demand pickup that has happened. Then there is a higher inflows into the capital market as well. So this is also contributing to the rupee strength as compared to the other Asian pairs. And plus, I think RBI has now been hell bent on selling off the dollar into the market rather than buying. The major motive being the expensive oil imports of the country. So, in order to tackle with that situation, I think this is the reason why even the central bank wants to keep the rupee at least to stay, to a stable level where the oil imports couldn't be affected much, and there is still some fundamental factors that could be backed with respect to the price stability that is happening. So I think going forward it will remain a little involatile, but doing a short on the higher highs is what recommended, because I think RBI will be uh, will keep the rupee stable even if it fluctuates due to the overnight US yields and the US factor altogether.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Right. And Ria, with regards to the pound as well, we are seeing weakness coming in on the back of the new budget that has been announced for FY22. Do you think this weakness will continue?
I think a lot of uncertainty is what fueled in the profit taking that happened into the pound in the opening session of the of the Indian opening session, but also in the overnight market. But I think it will not be sustaining this very stand because obviously there was an anticipation as to what the budget will hold for the coming financial year. So, but if you look at the the outline that uh, the chancellor has released, I think it's quite uplift the economy and aid into the economic recovery. There has been tax measures that have been put in. The extension of the unemployed population support have been extended, and plus there is a predicament that another fiscal measure of around 355 billion pounds, in with respect to the tax uh, subject line will be something that could be coming forward to. So I think there is a lot of support that has been given into the budget for the UK economy. And taking into consideration and with the kind of vaccination drive that UK is withholding, I think the bearish stand will not be continued, and there can be a pickup into the pound against the dollar.
Right. So with these, what are the strategies that you would recommend?
I think one can definitely go short into the USD INR, but go short on the higher highs around 73.32, 73.25 for the target of 73, 72.90. Keep a strict SL at 73.55. You can also go short into the Euro INR. Now, Eurozone is quite lagging behind into the vaccination drive, and there is a lot of uh, uh, there's a lot of weakness into the economy, and with respect to the fiscal measure, it has not happened much as compared to the other countries. So I think eurozone will remain under pressure, and you can short the euro from you can short the euro below 87.94 for a target of 87.80 to 87.50. Keep a strict SL at 88.15. You can also go short into the pound INR. Uh, Look for a breakdown of 101.68 for a target of 101.40, 101.10, keeping a strict SL at 101.90.
Right. All right, Ria. Thank you for sharing the strategies and the reach. Thank you, participants, as well, for joining in.